Hey folks, and welcome back. It's Anita. If you are new to the channel, my name is Anita and I do a lot of budgeting videos right now. I also do some plan with me's, but those are not in the works right now. I am hoping to get those up eventually, but right now I'm just focusing on the budgeting aspect of my channel. For those of you that are returning, thank you for returning, and I do want to start giving a shout out to all the new subscribers. So in the last about 90 days, I've acquired 11 new subscribers, and so I want to give a thanks to Linda Lindenhall, Patricia Swan, Tigger8454, Michelle Gauthier, Amisha Mays, Miss Dr. Pepper, Sherry Taylor, Bobby 11, Tracy Hippolito, Nicole Budgets 2 plus me equals 3, and Rochelle Edmondson. And if I said your name, sorry, if I said your name wrong, I am so sorry, guys. I try my best, but I do want to thank every one of you. You guys are making my goal of being able to monetize this channel just a little bit better, a little bit quicker. So I really do thank you for everything. But let's go ahead and get into the budget for this week. So the budget for this week is going to be from the 6th to the 12th. So we've already paid Liberty Utilities, and so technically all we have is HP Inc., both of our phones, which is through Straight Talk. And technically right now we're not focusing on really any of our debt. I do have two bills that are supposed to be due on the 11th, and that's Reflex and Care Credit. So we'll see what we can do with those. We're not focusing, like I said, we're not focusing on them. But depending on how much money I have in my envelopes, we may shuffle some money around to be able to pay those too. So I just got this sheet out just to kind of reference it for later. Alright, so this is, of course, like I said, from July 6th to July 12th. And I'm just going to turn this sideways and I'm going to zoom you guys in. Okay. So let me get my little cheat sheet out here. So for me doing Instacart and DoorDash, I made $113.34. My husband made a little bit more than this, but what we're going to do is I have $260. So he got actually paid on, I think it was like Thursday or Friday, and so he got paid a little bit more than this, but this is what we're going off of. For rollover amount, which is what we have in our checking account, excuse me. So we are going to have $228.54, which I'm also going to put that down here in the checking. $228.54. Our savings, we did finally get the interest added to that. So with our savings, we now have $4,004.62. We only earned, out of 3 months, we only earned $3.74. But hey, $3.74, that buys a gallon of milk. So now what I'm going to be doing with you guys is I'm actually going to go ahead and count with you, or have you count with me, what we have in our cash envelopes and our sinking funds. So we are going to start off with the cash envelopes. So auto insurance does not have anything. Renters does not have anything. The phones should have 75. I don't know why it looks like 25 there, but it should say 75. So there is 75 there, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75. And I'm going to grab my other little cheat sheet and start marking these down. That way we know. So 75. Nothing in food, I can already tell you that, because we have not been stuffing that. We have 20, 40, 50, $3 in medical. Liberty Utilities, I think we have 19 if I remember right. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. MMU, we have nothing in there. Rent, we have nothing in there. Subscriptions is nothing. Household is nothing. Oh, I forgot to actually mark this. I'm just going to mark this as, we'll say 7-1. I don't remember. We ended up getting some stuff for some 4th of July stuff, so. And then date night should have $10 in it. Yep, $10. And I still have not fixed it. Alright, so we have 8 plus 9 is 17. You know what? Instead of trying to do it old school way, just so I can make sure everything is right, which I know if I do it old school, I'd be fine. 157. So we have 157 in cash envelopes. Now for the sinking funds. And these are in no particular order. I'm just going to go right through. So FPP has 0 in it. Merrick has 0. Capital One has 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 in it. Alright, so we have 19. Car Care 1 has 50, 120, 140. First Premier has 15 in it. One Main has 41. Reflex has 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. I'm just going to kind of put a star. Care Credit has 20 in it. Big Lots has 0. Navient has 40. First Investors, oh, I almost forgot to write down 40, has 80 in it. Alright, so that is everything. for our sinking funds. So we have, let's go ahead and zoom you guys back in a little bit now. All right, so we have 19, 140, 15, 41, 21, 20, 40, and 80. So that brings us to $376. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back to this portion of it. So like I said, this here we'll figure out in a minute. So we have HP ink due, and I am thinking that this is going to be 1081, but this may be less. I'm not totally positive. And we have Straight Talk from the hubby, which is on the 7th. He should be getting charged $38.31 for his, because we did lower his bill a little bit. And then I have mine as well, which I can't lower mine. I've tried to lower it as far as the plan, but it won't take the lower plan. So yeah, so mine's a little bit higher. Even though my phone is older than his, it just won't do it. I kind of have a feeling his won't do it either, but it accepted it online, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so as far as things that we are paying attention to, I am going to highlight them. So we are paying attention to rent, subscriptions, phones, LUMU, date night, and auto insurance for our cash envelopes. And of course, our allowances. As far as our credit goes, we are only doing the Car Care 1 and First Investors. So let's go ahead and take a look and see right now what we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and just jot down what we have, what we can kind of work with without the sinking funds. So 260, 113, 34, and 228.54. So that leaves us with 601.88. In 1 second, guys, I'm gonna be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Okay, so we have 601.88 before we include any of our sinking funds to use for bills. One thing I am gonna do, and we're just gonna write it in this pen. So actually we're going to write it on the side here. So I'm gonna add up these bills total. So 1081, 3831, and 4806. So that equals 97.18. So all I'm doing right now is trying to figure out what things I can do and what things I may have to pull from savings. So just to kind of start out, we need so for our weekly amounts, let's go with this one. Auto insurance. Now we just got new auto insurance, which is going to be a little different. So So I'm going to do, it's a little bit more right now, but in the long run it will be less, because as soon as we put renter's insurance back on, or with it, it'll go down. So I'm going to put $21. Date night gets 15. Household is getting 0 right now. Liberty is going to get 12. MMU, I'm actually going to drop this one down. Let's see, we were at 210 divided by 4. You know what? We're going to keep it 53 or 55. 55. Phone's still at 25, even though his is lower. Like I said, we're going to wait and see what it actually turns out to be. Rent is 163 for this week. Renter's insurance is 0. Subscriptions, because this is 1081, I'm going to do 11. So my allowance is 25. His is 40. Nothing in medical, nothing in Navient, nothing for Big Lots. So just so you guys know, I did actually pay $200 towards Big Lots. So we still have a little bit of a budget left to pay towards that, but at least the $200 makes this month's payment. So we are good on that one, and we should be able to pay the rest of it soon. I am hoping to get a job here soon, so I'm not going to budget anything for that one, and not anything for Capital One. I'm going to come back to Care Credit for a second. Or actually, let's see. We have 21 and 20. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to take, we had that $40 in Navient, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 10 of it and put it into Care Credit, and then we are going to take 14 and put it in Reflex. So I am just going to take that and we'll pay those. So I am going to go ahead and put Care Credit up here. That way I don't get a late fee. So, and that's what I'm pretty much doing, is I'm just moving stuff around, guys, until towards the end of the month when I'm hoping we don't have to worry about a late fee. As things come up, then I'm just going to pay them through some other means that we already have saved. And Care Credit is, so Care Credit is 30, Reflex is 35. Okay. So that's everything that has to be paid out of that portion. And I wrote it down, didn't I? Yeah, 97, 18 plus 30 plus 35 is 162.18. Alright, I know you guys can't see that very well, so what I'm going to do is, and I should have started with these, but I am going to go ahead and write with my Parku pens. This is the 14 cut 0.7 gel pens in the fine point. They are $9 on Amazon. And I will include the description down below with a link. Oh, I haven't used this one yet. Alright. So yeah, they come with the little wax on the end. 162.18. That way you guys can see it. And let's just go ahead and so it makes it easier to see. So because of that, we are not putting anything in Care Credit. Car Care 1 gets 70. First Investors gets 80. I'm not going to worry about these other ones because they're not getting filled. So let's see how much total that is. So auto insurance 21, 15, 12, 55, 25, and 163 equals 291. Alright, so 291. And then we have 150 because 70 plus 80 is 150 plus 65, and that's 215. Okay, so now here's the deal. From subscriptions, so for the bills up here, this, where I put it, subscriptions 11 is going to pay for this here. With the phones, so it comes to 38.31 plus 48.06, so that's 86.37. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the $75 that we had in our cash envelopes, and then I'll end up taking some money out of this one here, and so I'll need, so 17, 25 minus 17 is $8. So I'll end up having $8 left over in the phone category. So I'll have to break that up differently than I normally do. And then for care credit, we are going to use the $30 because we're not adding anything from this paycheck, but we are taking it from, like I said, the from the 40 from the Navient. So we're going to do the 30, and same deal with the reflex. We're taking 35 because it's all in the sinking fund debts that we already had. So we have 10, 11, we have 140 that is coming through with our cash envelope and sinking funds. Okay, so that makes it, so 260 plus 113.34 plus 228.54 plus 140 comes to 741.88. So 741.88. So now what we're going to do is, since we filled out everything except for this bottom portion here, we're going to go ahead and fill that out. So try and get you into the light, or I'm going to zoom you guys out just a little bit so you guys can kind of see it all together. So I guess just remember we have 741 up here as the total income. So that total income is going to come down here. So 741.88 minus our bills, which is this 162.18. Okay. Then we have minus our cash envelopes, which is this here. That's 291. Minus our sinking funds, which is 215. And that will equal what we will have to roll over for next week. I don't know why I just cleared that. So 741.88 minus 162.18 minus 291 minus 215. That leaves us with $73.70. That is what we will have for a rollover. So I'm getting everything paid off that I need to have paid off for this week without sacrificing too much. And so yeah, we'll have all that. So now the next step, which will be in another video, is gonna be me actually going through and figuring out what I need to take out in cash and what increments that I need to actually take them out, whether it be 5 once and such what. So I got to do that here next, so I will see you in that video. If you have any questions or comments, please don't forget to comment down below. Again, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button as well. And as you can tell, I have my nails done for the 4th, which was yesterday. So yeah, some of my little tapies fell off of the side. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget, go ahead and share this video and enjoy and have a wonderful July. Bye bye.